Hey, welcome to my channel. So, what else is to say? What else to say, basically, is except, as I predicted, the Mets were going to lose the series to the Rays. It was there. I saw it, sadly, and I didn't want to see it, but it happened. Um, the bullpen kind of sucked, sadly, and I don't know what's going on with pitching. We know the hitting was not going to be as great as it should be, but honestly, I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say, to be honest with you, because the fact is the Mets. I have a feeling because there's so much pressure on them, we're gonna probably see them fade, 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 fade. Quite honestly, because yes, granted, Senga's coming back from injury, but tonight's game, honestly, do we expect him to really pitch well? I don't think so. This is against the Royals. They're doing decent too, and that's the sad part about it. But you know what? I the Mets have to make some trades. I hate to say it, but they're gonna have to make some trades because the fact of the matter is they're slowly letting the thing slip, and Brewers are getting red hot as I expected. The Brewers are getting red hot. The Cardinals are surprisingly hot as well too, which threw me off. And then of course you got the Giants and Padres. They're gonna get back up there. The Padres are gonna kick off in the second half. Similarly with the Giants, Dodgers are always gonna be. So the problem is the Mets don't do anything now. They put it this way: the Mets are not going to get that wild card spot. The only shot they can have right now at this point is they have to win the East. They have to win the East because if the wild card is going to be too much of a problem, there's too many teams in the wild card spot right now. Unless there's a dramatic tail off, which I don't see happening with the Giants, Padres, or Brewers for that matter. Cardinals, who knows, depends. But that's one, two, three, one, two, three, and maybe four with the Cardinals and Diamondbacks. You never know. They always get red hot at the last moment. Fact of the matter, I mean, this is pretty much it. The Mets have to they have to win the series against the Royals. They have to before the All Star break. If they don't, it's it's going to be a case where Sturge is going to have to do something dramatic to basically get something in place because quite honestly, Stanek. I hate to say it's David Peterson the way he pitched, it was great. Was it the proper move for Mendoza to remove him, considering it was going to be a double header? I mean, it's going to be the second game was going to be a bullpen game anyways, unless you knew your starter was going to last that long. But it wasn't, and that's the problem. So the fact that he pulled Peterson for Stanek, I don't know. I mean, Stanek, he was going to have a bad game anyways, no matter what, so it doesn't matter. Um, It'll be interesting to see, like I said, with tonight's game against Senga and Saturday's game with Manea, or I believe Saturday's game with Manea. It'll be interesting to see how that works out as well too, because if they can keep in line with everything in place, hey, that's perfect for us. But if it's not, then it doesn't really work out, quite honestly, and that's the sad state of affairs that we'll be at. Give me 1 minute. I'm getting a phone call. Freaking recruiters. Sorry. Anyways, to the point where it's just yeah, if the Mets can sweep the Royals, that'd be great. That'd be great. But it'd be interesting to see how Senga and Maneo does do this within this series, basically, or these games. Sorry. Quite honestly, because the fact is the Mets have to step up. What they do beyond this, I don't know. Taylor, as good as he is in center field, as a defensive perspective, he's becoming an offensive liability. A sad state of affairs it is. They're not. I mean, I would love to see um, Nima. I mean, he's considered. I don't know how Nima became considered a big four, because yeah, Soto, Alonso, and Lindora. Yeah, I thought Vientos would be the big four, but yeah, it looks like Nemo was the big four, which threw me off a little bit. But outside of that, um, yeah, I'm not sure what to say, to be honest with you, because this is a we need a pitcher. We need a dominant pitcher. Senga and Minea are not a dominant pitcher. They're kind of the middle and back of the rotation type of guys, but more so to the point they're I was hoping they were going to be inning eaters, but they're not at this point. Um, yeah, this is no bueno, no bueno. Put it this way, I'm a little concerned. I am a little concerned because the fact is like if Minea and Holmes is kind of like pretty much been like what not Chapman was last year, but but what Mineo was last year, being resurrected. If Holmes can become that, that'd be great. The one thing that I'm really happy about is Mauricio is actually doing pretty good or pretty decent at this point. And that's the nice thing about it. I mean, honestly, if he does really well, maybe you shift him to third base until Viento and make Vientos your DH because Marte's out. Winker, as good as he is, maybe you get rid of him. Yeah, use him, use Marte. McNeil would be perfect as your DH, but the problem is like if Mauricio does really well, unless Acuna comes back, he's coming being demoted. Unless he comes back and does something offensively, maybe put Mauricio at second, have Vientos at third, and McNeil as your DH because McNeil probably kind of makes sense. But it'll be interesting to see. But anyways, with that, I'll leave it at that. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you like my content, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. But I do thank for those who have subscribed. Again, welcome to leave a comment. What do you think? Do you think the Mets have a shot? Not a shot, but the fact that the matter is that right now, as we see right now, the wild card spot, the wild card spots that are available, do the Mets have a shot of like getting into it, or is the Mets' best hope is basically clinching the East because it's become so competitive now that it's going to be quite hard for the Mets to probably get into the playoffs unless they clinch. But let me know your thoughts. With that, I'll leave it at that. Unfiltered, unedited, of course, always unrehearsed. Until next time.